Started with a sharp, unbearable pain I was getting across my upper stomach. Couldn't get comfortable in any position. And after a couple of trips to the GPs, ended up in A&E, where I found out I had acute pancreatitis and my pancreas was inflamed. To be honest, I'd never even heard of it back then, but quite quickly realised it was going to be serious. I was rushed to an hospital bed and connected to a morphine drip, and then got scared further in finding out there's no treatment for the inflammation. It was going to be supportive care, pain relief, and just hoping my body recovered. Then over the next few days, things got worse. I developed a bad infection, got a fever. My lungs also needed support. I was being supplied oxygen through a mask. Couldn't eat, so all my nutrition had to come through drips. I was being connected to lots of monitors. Couldn't believe the amount of blood tests. And just remember there being wires and drips everywhere. Thankfully, made a recovery. And then once I was out, realised actually how lucky I was, and that in so many cases where intensive care is required, it could be fatal, and unfortunately too many people don't survive. Once I was out of hospital, the advice I got was to avoid alcohol, don't smoke, and follow a low-fat, healthy diet. I was never able to find out for sure what caused it. I didn't have gallstones, which is the most common cause. So I was told the most likely cause was alcohol at times. I definitely had too much to drink. So with that being the likely cause, and the number of GPs and specialists while I was in hospital that told me to avoid alcohol to prevent a risk of a second episode, made that really clear, and actually made that one of the easiest changes I've had to make. It's actually been the diet that's been the most complicated. It can impact everyone differently, just so it does require some trial and error. And I absolutely love food. So I've run into a few challenges with digestive issues and flare-ups, which has just kept pancreatitis on the back of my mind. It's been a struggle at times to get answers and to get the right advice, and I think that just reflects how little is still known about pancreatitis. And for a condition that is so serious and can be so difficult to understand, and still have no treatment for the inflammation, it just shocks me how it can still be under-researched and underfunded. So last year, a couple of years into running, and after a flare-up, it just got me thinking, could I contribute to that in any way? And I had my 10-year milestone approaching. So that's where the idea of running 10 races for 10 years came from. As I started planning, quite quickly came across Guts UK, a small charity doing amazing work to raise awareness and fund research into digestive conditions, including pancreatitis. I just want to say a massive thanks for the early support. Already raised a huge amount of money, which just means every donation now, regardless of size, will continue to build on that and make a difference. I'll be progressing through 10 races, starting with 10Ks, moving to my first high rocks, first half marathon and first marathon. And any support, whether that's a donation, helping fundraise, or simply helping share, would be really appreciated. I've created a short URL just to make access and sharing easier. You can find everything at 10races for 10years.uk. Thank you.